Welcome to Wildly Opinionated Weebs. We're your hosts, Samantha.
And I'm Catherine.
Where we'll be mixing culture and cringe, probably, maybe, hopefully.
Maybe both at the same time.
So cringe you'll cry!
Culture.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So cringe you die!
No, maybe not that.
Maybe not, yeah.
No,
not an episode one.
No, we'll
So-
still be alive.
This is our first episode live from Catherine's kotatsu.
Yeah.
Because we cold.
It is cold today.
Yeah, so the background, we're not green screening it. We're just in Catherine's living room.
This is just my house.
So the set may change in the future, but for now we're just keeping it pretty low-key, I think. But yeah, so this is going to be the official Weeb Nation headquarters for now.
And for those of you listening who can't see what we're talking about, this is a traditional tatami mat room.
Yeah, so we've got the kotatsu with the heated blanket. We've got the tatami flooring. You've got the shoji with the rips in the bottom from your cat.
Yes, those are not visible on screen.
Yeah, but you know they're
there.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, paper and cats obviously doesn't mix.
They do not.
But yeah, so we have decided to start a podcast because we're both really big weebs. We have lots of opinions, and why not share with the world, you know? Right. I mean, some opinions are just too good to keep to yourself.
They're really good. They're good.
And
some of them are good. Some of them are maybe a little bit out there.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean,
we're wildly opinionated weebs after all.
Yeah, the wild does. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess to summarize why we started this podcast, we are both weebs. We live in Japan. We have been weebs since back in the day. We're elder weebs at this point, and since we grew up in a time when being a weeb was a bullyable offense, and now that it's a TikTok aesthetic, it's kind of hey, wait a minute, we have stuff to say.
Suffer through that. Why don't you? Why do you get to have fun?
Yeah. So
we're happy you guys are having fun.
Yeah, I mean, awesome, have fun, and we're having fun too. And another reason why we started this is because all of the Japan content that we've both looked at online has been really man-centered, male.
Anything in the pop culture zone.
Yeah,
that's
and
weeby, games and anime is very.
And it's
guys.
We're what do they call women weebs? Phoebes? I don't know. Probably not.
I don't know. Girlies? The girls?
Yeah, the whirlies?
The whirlies?
I don't know. We'll think of a name for that. Ew, that sounds is that a fungal disease?
Maybe.
Ew. Okay, well, yeah, so we're going to be talking about weeb content, cringe content. We're adults now, so I think the fun part about this is, I am turning 32 this year. Catherine, how old are you?
I'm 29. I'll be 30 next year.
And that means, we have the financial power to fund our weeb habits.
Yes.
Which is, both awesome and, not
terrifying because my bank account is not happy sometimes.
Oh, yeah, it's been a rough couple decades. But, so we'll be talking on that. But I think before we get into more weeb details, we're going to need to do, a little introduction. So, yeah, get to know us, who we are, our weeb awakening. So, do you want to start or should I start? What do you think?
You go ahead and start.
Okay.
You've been here longer.
Oh, yeah. As a weeb senpai.
I think senpai.
Oh, God. I want to throw up just saying that.
Notice me, senpai. Tell us your story, senpai.
Ew. Okay, so, this is going to be weird in that we're, huge weebs, but, we're also going to be, unironically, delving into our weebisms while, making fun of other people and, actual weebs. No, I don't know.
Making fun of ourselves.
Yeah, so, making fun of ourselves, but also, probably...
stuff.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Take it slow. One thing at a time. Yeah, so, okay. Hi, my name is Samantha. I'm 31. I was born in 1993, so 90s, baby. I mean, you too, but...
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just hit the 30s. I have been in Japan for... gotta do the math on that one. I think 14 years?
What year did you get here?
20... The first time I came was 2010 on an exchange, and then I moved here in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So
was there time between 2010 and 2011 where you came back to your home country?
Yeah, so I'm originally Canadian, and yeah, so I went back to graduate high school, and then I came back. So I came to Japan straight out of high school, and I've lived here ever since. So I've spent almost half of my life in Japan, which is really weird to think about it. So I got here straight out of high school with no real world experience in Canada. So like there's definitely like been like a lot of growing there, I think, as a person. But yeah, so I'm originally from Canada, like small town Canada, like kind of close-ish to Toronto. Like for those of you that know, Toronto is like the Drake place, right?
Drake, the music artist, correct?
Not Drake and Josh.
Not Drake and Josh. Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, the one that's losing to Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Am I making enemies already? No,
Yeah,
nobody that
we
listens to
know.
Kendrick Lamar is watching this.
I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, if you
though.
are, like, I don't know.
There's a pretty decent amount of people who like rap and anime.
I mean,
right?
Yeah. Cool.
Everybody.
Okay. Cool.
Everyone's
Yeah.
allowed.
Cool. Yeah, that's true. It's true.
about
We're accepting here. I don't know either. All I know is that. Yeah, you know what? No, that's not a topic for episode 1.
No.
So yeah. Okay, Samantha, Canada. Hi. Nice to meet you. Who are you,
Nice.
Catherine?
I'm Catherine.
Hi,
That's
Catherine.
who I am.
Okay, where are you from, Catherine?
I'm from rural America, like the sticks, the boonies.
How boony we talking?
Like the first town the town I was in from when I was a baby to when I was 12 was maybe, I don't know, like 2,000 people or something. We had like a K through 8th grade school.
Okay,
And
that's
no
a lot of
high
people.
school.
Yeah.
One grocery store, you know. But anyway, I'm from rural America. Then we moved to Kentucky. So I'm from California and Kentucky. Hooray. Culture shock from the beginning. But anyway, so yeah. And then I went all the way until college, university, graduated university in America. Studied Japan studies.
Like a real weeb.
Wow, true weeb here.
I mean, you're really studying the blade from an early age.
Yeah! Yeah! Had a 10-year plan to get to Japan from high school.
Nice.
We're planning here. We're studying here. We are...
In the lab cooking.
I'm cooking. We're doing our best. But anyway, and then I've been in Japan for, I guess, the past 6 years.
Okay.
I got here in 2018.
Okay.
I
think one of the big differences between you and I is that, well, like, I've been here longer, but we live in a place called Fukui, which, I mean, I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say, probably not that well known.
You probably don't even know what it is. You've probably never heard of it.
Maybe we, like, Google Map it up. This is Fukui.
This is Google Maps.
My hand's probably not even in the shot. I don't care. But
it should be.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, so we live in a place called Fukui, and it's pretty rural. But so Catherine has been in Fukui the whole time.
Yeah, I've been here for the full 6.5, almost 7 years actually, I guess.
And I got here 4 years ago. I lived in Tokyo for like 10 years, and then I moved here. So like you're Fukui senpai. You're teaching me the ropes.
I'm teaching you the ropes.
Oh my god, does anybody say that anymore?
I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully.
Cowabunga, dude. It's the 90s.
Oh, cowabunga.
Okay.
Oh, God help. But no, yeah, I've definitely been here longer.
Yeah.
I've picked up a bit of the dialect from the mountain area of the prefecture. So if you talk to me too much in Japanese, I will sound like a country bumpkin.
I mean, don't you like how that follows you everywhere you go?
Yeah, I'm always gonna sound like I'm from the sticks.
You can take the country out of the girl. Wait,
you can take the girl out of the country, but not the country out of the girl.
Whatever.
We're just gonna go backwards with it.
I mean,
it's okay. You're from Canada.
Was that supposed to?
I don't know.
Okay, but like on another note, so like Catherine and I have a lot in common. But one of the things we don't have in common is obviously Canada and America, because I've been to America twice in my life, and it was like for work trips both times, and this was after I came to Japan, so like I'd never been when I was a child. And you've been to Canada, but it was like a school trip, right?
Yeah, I went to Canada once for like a high school comparative government class trip.
Nerd.
During spring vacation, so it was snowy, and that was already a horrible thing for me.
Okay, like
I was expecting sunshine.
Why would you?
Why
would you even?
Not disgusting snow.
Okay.
Covered in like concrete dust or whatever.
Okay.
Yucky.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that kind of checks out for where you went, but
yeah.
So like. I guess the thing is that we don't really know much about each other's like
respective countries.
Yeah, so
the
like,
only thing I know is like Halifax explosion happened, and that's why my great grandpa moved to America.
Canadian roots, but also
I have Canadian roots, but like I don't know anything about the country.
It's okay, me neither. But
you've been away too long.
I don't go there. I don't know her. But yeah. So like, I find that you're always teaching me like all this crazy American lore, and I like it blows my mind every time. And, like, I feel like I want to do the same, be like, oh yeah, Canada has this, but it's very, like, Canada, like, I don't know, what do we have?
What does
Nothing.
Canada have? It has...
Like...
Timbits.
Yeah, oh yeah, you know what those are.
I know what those are, and I already know about, like, toonies and loonies,
Okay,
too.
good. That's all you need. Canada 101. Tell the Canadians
the most
listening.
important things.
Yeah, toonies and loonies are an us thing. I didn't know. I told somebody about it recently who was American. I was like, do you know toonies and loonies? And they were like, what the fuck did you just say?
It's your money. The toonies is the $2 coin, right?
Yeah.
And the loony is the $1
Yeah,
coin.
and they were like, why is it called a loony? I was like, because
it's
got a loon on it. Why wouldn't you call it a
got
loony?
the bird.
Yeah, and they were like, what the fuck is a loony? Yeah, either way.
Uncultured.
Yeah, I guess the thing is, the reason we clicked so much was because we both, like, have this long background in Japan, and although, like, we're from, like, culturally similar?
Wow, good English.
I got the mush mouth.
Ooh.
Since we're from culturally similar backgrounds, but, like, also different, like, it's kind of been interesting in, like, the friendship.
Yeah.
And
we have some similar, like, weeby interests.
Yeah, it's all basically, yeah. So let's bring it back to Weeb talk. Okay, so do you want to go first? What was your Weeb awakening?
Oh god, it's so hard to say. Like, well, when I was my first idea of Japan existing as a country was when I was really little, because my neighbors were like, they were like second gen half was, at least one of the guys was.
Okay.
So every year they'd have a New Year's party with Japanese food.
Okay.
And so I liked Japanese food. And every year for my birthday, when I was like little, like when I was 4, 5, 6, I think, my parents would take me to a Japanese restaurant because I was obsessed with matcha ice cream.
Okay, that's really
I called it the green ice cream though because I didn't know what matcha was. I just knew I loved it.
Well, I can't believe you liked that as a kid. That's kind of...
It was good. It was good.
No. Like, I'm not... Like, not saying much is bad. I like it too. Just, like, it seems like something that a child wouldn't like.
Right.
So
it feels like something that, like, matcha ice cream is usually a little sweeter. Like, it's sweet.
I mean, yeah, but, like,
but
if
it's
you're
still
a kid,
bitter
like,
compared to other ice creams.
Chocolate, strawberry.
No,
like,
chocolate's basic.
What is it? Like, the fun color. Bubblegum. I don't know.
Neapolitan. Stuff like that.
Yeah, that one.
But no, yeah, so
I always used to think Neapolitan was Napoleon, like Napoleon Bonaparte.
And that was his, like, favorite ice cream?
Yeah!
No!
I didn't realize it was not until I, like, became an adult, and I was like, wait, they don't have anything to do with each other?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, we're gonna be going off on a lot of tangents here, so stick around for the ride, maybe.
Have fun. It should be interesting, hopefully.
A lot of brain rot going on. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Yikes. But no, so that was, like, the beginning.
Yeah.
And then, like, for a while, it just sort of was like, well, whatever, I have to go to school and be a human being, so, like, nothing. And then, I think at, like, a middle school, like, 6th grade Scholastic book fair.
Oh, no!
There was a small little section of, like, the Tokyo Pop, like, manga, right? And there's this series called, like, Plus Anima or something. Like, it's barely... Do you know it?
No.
Oh my god, nobody knows it. But it was, like, so cool.
Was it, like, Animorphs?
Kind of. So it was, like, these people who had, like, magical animal power DNA or something, so they could shift into these half-animal monsters. But they were, like, discriminated against because they were weird.
Was this also your furry awakening?
No, I'm not a furry.
I know you're not. I know I'm kidding. Sorry. Catherine's not a furry.
I'm not a furry, for the record.
Yeah, we're just gonna put that out there.
Like,
Catherine is not a furry.
I am not
that
a
we
furry.
know of.
I have friends who are furries, but I am not one.
Are you a furry ally? Wait.
Like, I support the grind and the fact that they all make a ton of money.
I know. If I could draw furry porn, I would. I mean,
like, if I could draw a horseman.
Stop. Don't continue that sentence. I know. The skills don't.
The skills.
They're not there.
Like,
the skill set's not there. But like,
it's not there.
Yeah.
Boy, they make bank. It's nice.
Could you imagine?
Right.
All the furry porn money. What were we talking? Okay,
know.
I'm sorry. No, you were talking about
but anyways,
Scholastic
Plus
Book Fair.
Anima,
Yeah, plus
the Scholastic Book Fair.
Okay.
But yeah, basically that, and then I moved to a different state, and for a while stopped being a cringe weeb, and then
You stopped?
Well, I mean, I was busy being bullied.
Okay.
And for a while, I was just. I moved in the middle of middle school.
Oh, that sucks.
I stuck out real bad. So I was just busy being bullied for being different. I didn't even need to add in the weeaboo bit. And then I went to high school, and foreign language classes are a requirement in American high schools, at least 2 years, right?
Okay.
So, first off, I was gonna take German because I was obsessed with Rammstein, the heavy metal band, and I wanted to know what they were saying without having to look it up on the internet. But I didn't like the teacher, so I switched.
I think anybody watching right now is like, oh yeah, of course Catherine likes Rammstein. Like, you didn't need to say, how would you guess?
How would you
What?
guess? The
What?
way I'm looking right now. If you're only listening, you probably don't know what I'm wearing. You want to
I would hope they
describe
don't
the
know.
outfit?
Okay, the outfit's a jean jacket with like a band shirt and
Yeah.
like a black studded choker.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean like the whole outfit is just like, yeah, very, we support Till Lindemann.
Yes, we do. Love him and his pyrotechnic license.
Yeah. In case you didn't notice, we also have non-weeb interests that we'll talk about.
Yes.
But like they all fall under like the cringe category,
Yeah,
maybe.
pretty cringy.
So yeah, it's like the Venn diagram's a circle there.
Right, and I mean, Jesus, like, weeaboo is just basically otaku.
Yeah.
So, like, we can be otaku for, like, Western music, I guess.
I don't know. We both
I don't
have
know.
like special interests and we
That are, like-
take it too far. So for anybody that, you know, resonates with that, this is a safe space for
This
you.
is a safe space for you. You know, like, you can make fun of us, I guess, but, like...
Please don't. We're very sensitive.
We're babies. We might cry.
I'll cry.
Cry.
Reading the comments
Cry.
like, no, how could you be so mean? I'm just a baby.
I'll read the comments and be like, that's valid, I guess. Sure, yeah.
Probably.
I get it.
Ooh, one day in the future, once
Just read comments.
if people are watching this in the future, we have like a read the hate comments day.
Oh my god. Or
Could be
even
fun.
just, like, weird comments. Like, we'll read them. If you have a weird story you want to tell us about your weeb interests.
Yeah, like we want to hear everybody's weeb awakening because I think everybody's so different. Like,
Speaking of weeb awakenings, what's yours?
okay, mine's a little weird. I think in that it was like super young.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm not sure what the average weeb awakening is, but like when I tell you mine was like 4 or 5,
Mhm.
and this is you listening, you're probably like, oh my god, you're trying to be a bigger weeb than the other weebs. Like, no, I'm seriously, like, when I was a kid, I didn't have, like, siblings because I'm an only child, but, like, my parents and grandparents had video game consoles because they were gamers, so, like, it runs in my blood, and, sorry. So, like, as a kid, like, I had, like, the NES and, like, all the systems as they came out, and then when I was, like, 4 or 5, we got the N64,
Okay.
and I got a game for it.
Mhm. What was the game?
The game is called, in Japanese, it's Gambare Goemon. I think the name in English is Mystical Ninja. Have you heard of her?
I have not.
She's a masterpiece.
Actually,
So-
I'm lying. I have heard of it once because you were complaining about not being able to find it in Akihabara.
I was complaining about not being able to find the soundtrack, which is available for like $2,000 US. That is another conversation for another day. So yeah, so this game is amazing. You're like this little you're a little ninja, like Goemon based on like the historical figure Goemon, but like it's not
burned
historic.
alive in a pot.
Okay, that doesn't happen in the game though. It's much more.
Missing out.
Yeah.
Could have been
Sure.
the most epic ending.
You get to ride like a ninja robot. It's,
Oh, that's cute.
yeah, so it's fun. But like the soundtrack it's so good. Like the world building is great. And like as a kid I was like, oh my god, this is Japan. There's a country where this happens. Like not knowing that it's like, you know, like stupid 4-year-old, it's a video game. It's not like that at all. But like one of the first
Not knowing that ninjas and robots do not coexist in
what?
the Edo period.
You can't just go to Japan and be like a ninja robot. You can't. I don't know. But like, so one of the first levels, you have to climb Mount Fuji to get to the top to like get your weapon made by like the old dude that's like a blacksmith at the top. And this hit 4-year-old Samantha's heart so deeply that like when I hit grade school, we had an assignment where it was like, draw the picture of like your future house and where you want to live. And I drew like the like crappiest picture of like a Japanese house. And I was like, when I grow up, I want to live on top Mount Fuji. And little did I know, like, you can't do that.
That's not allowed.
They don't let you do that.
That's not allowed. The closest you could do is become somebody that runs one of the huts during the like hiking season.
And then like that's kind of not for me. But I feel like I got the next best thing. But like yeah, they got me down that weeb pipeline pretty young. So like I started there once I realized like Japan was like a country that was different from what I knew, and then it was like realizing that Japan made all the video games I liked, and it was like a slippery slope from there.
Yeah.
And then one day I discovered anime, and it was GG's.
Oh yeah. I also forgot to actually continue my story.
Oh, keep going.
I
I'm sorry.
stopped with like I quit German class
Oh shit.
And I switched into Japanese class because, like, a senpai on my bus, like, was constantly being like, you should study Japanese instead of German.
Wait, did you just say a senpai on my bus?
Yeah, basically.
You shut up.
Sorry. My upperclassman.
Ew, just
One
don't,
of the seniors on the bus
say that.
was trying to, like, convert freshman me into the Japanese language course, and she sold me good because she was like, if your grades are really good, you can go to Japan and study at our sister high school for like 2 months. And so I studied real hard and got real good and got good grades and got to do study abroad when I was in between my junior and senior year of high school.
Damn.
And that's it.
Nice.
But during high school, I got real big into Vocaloid. And
I mean,
Hitalia.
it was okay. I mean, at least everybody that's our age knows somebody that was like super into Hitalia. It wasn't me. I was the Vocaloid kid.
You were the Vocaloid.
I was the Vocaloid kid. I was in the trenches drawing Vocaloid fan art.
No. Me too. Though.
Okay, who's your favorite Vocaloid though?
Oh my god.
Wait, same time. Okay, wait. Are we talking about for songs or for looks?
Let's do design.
Okay, we're gonna do design first. Okay, then
design first.
1, 2, 3. Gakpo. Yes,
yeah,
girl.
Yeah, I just
too bad he's a Trump supporter.
Too bad Gakt is a terrible person.
No, I know. Like he's all.
Gakt is not a great guy, guys. But he made some good music.
Okay, so like one of my also special weeb things is like from back in the day, I've been like a major VK girly.
And VK means visual K.
Yes.
For anybody who doesn't know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
So Gakt, the Japanese, I guess, singer you would call him. I don't know what you call him. Some dude, some old guy. But like he used to be
artist.
Artiste if you will. He used to have this like visual K band like back in the day called Malice Miser, or I guess it's Malice Miser in English, but whatever. Yeah. But like beautiful visuals and like they were such a mood. I miss them. God. But like then one thing led to another, and now like we don't play.
He's a weird old man, basically.
Yeah, so
it happens with a lot of the famous people in any country. They just get a little funky.
Yeah, I mean,
the further away from the masses they end up.
Yeah, so yeah, fun. That's fun, but
that's fun.
Okay,
but yeah.
So yeah, you were a Hitalia and Vocaloid girly.
Yeah.
Who was your country of interest in Hitalia? Ooh, let me guess.
Oh god.
But if you liked Rammstein, you had to have been a Germany girl, right?
Not quite.
Were you like a Russia girl?
I was a Russia girly.
I
loved how weird he was. It was great.
Wasn't his name Ivan or some shit?
Yeah, it was Ivan. Because he was named after like Ivan the Terrible or something. Or Ivan the Great. I don't know. He was named after like one of the... There were a bunch of Ivans in Russia's history.
I mean, like, I feel like
that's just the generic, this is a Russian person.
So you're being like, this is John the American, who represents, like, what, everybody? I don't know.
What was the American's name, though? I know the Canadian was Albert.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure the Canadian was Albert.
I feel like they should have been John.
I don't know. I don't remember real bad.
Didn't they have glasses? And didn't, like, everybody draw glasses? Like, America and Canada?
Like, kissing all the time.
Yeah. Were there any women in that show? No.
No, there were a few female
China?
countries. China was a boy. I think the Seychelles was a girl. I think, like, Lithuania. A few of, like, the younger... in, like, historical terms, countries were girls.
Okay.
But not a lot.
Sorry, I was never a Hitalia girly. Like,
no, it's been a while. I basically stopped watching it in high school and then just never...
Yeah.
Because it finished. And that was it.
I didn't know that.
It finished.
I was too busy watching other stuff.
Like Naruto or something.
Yeah, but also, like, at the time, what was I really into? I was so into Vampire Night.
Oh my god, okay, Vampire Night was good.
Okay, because, like, think, when we were that age, Twilight was a thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
vampires were, like, big.
Yeah, like, back in the day. Back in the day. Back, like, 2,000 years ago when vampires were a thing.
Yeah.
When everybody was, like, Team Edward, Team Jacob, I was, like, Guys, do you want to watch Vampire Night with me?
Yeah, are you team like day students or team night students?
Night students all the way. Are you kidding me?
I want to hang out with the vampires.
Right?
Not the boring white shirt wearing. No, wait.
No, the white shirts are the night class.
Students.
It's like the kids in the black.
Kids in the black are the day students.
It's opposite. Also, I think they need to be like kind of like white for the night so that you can see them.
So they don't get hit by a car?
Yeah. So the school bus doesn't just come in like they've got reflective uniforms
the old lady driving doesn't accidentally like.
Did vampires take school buses? They had dorms.
They had dorms. I think
that's not the weird part about that series. That was like the
That was the most normal part of the series.
When I tell you back in the day, like I used to want to like cosplay and stuff, but I did not have the talent for it. But one of the first ones I ever did was like one of the night kids from Vampire Night.
Oh my god, it was an actual character or just like a generic?
No, it was like an actual character. It was me and my friend. We both went as them. It was like if anybody knows, their names were like what the fuck were their names? Like Shiki and Rima, I think they were like the guy with like the red hair and the girl with the orange hair, which is like kind of similar to the hair I got going on now.
Oh my god!
But like back in the day, I don't
any of the characters except for the main three.
You know what I remember?
What?
Because for those of you that know, Vampire Night had a DS video game.
It had a video game?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I did see it at Walmart, but I didn't have a DS
They
yet.
didn't have it. No, it never came to North America.
Oh, didn't come?
I had to like buy it on the I got my father to buy it for me on eBay.com.
That in my brain translated to a Vampire Night game. Probably some sort of Persona game.
It's like it's literally like you're supposed to be like the main girl, and it's it's very much like an ultimate.
Oh my god, ultimate game.
It was so good, and
oh my god,
I lost it during one of my moves.
No.
And I saw it like a year ago at a book off, and I don't know why I didn't buy it because the book off went out of business, and I'm like I regret that decision every day.
It's gonna haunt you forever.
It is. For those of you who don't know book off, it's like the name is book off, which is funny. There's also hard.
Yes, hard off. There's also off house because for some reason house off I guess just doesn't work.
Probably not, but can we go back to hard off? Like did nobody see that? It was like
it's fine.
I know.
It's off.
What?
Not
but
on.
like okay, so they're like a bunch of chain stores, but they're like what do you call them?
They're like thrift stores.
Yeah, thrift stores, but like they sell
secondhand goods.
Yeah, but they sell like lots of video games and electronics too. So like
especially hard off. Hard off is like the electronics.
It's like
specialty store.
It's so good.
Yeah, the only one that's like sometimes hobby off will have specific.
Yeah, hobby off is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Like one of my hobbies on like the weekends is checking out different like book off, hard offs, and like hobby offs, and like just buying lots and lots of like games and stuff. But
because we're adults with adult money.
It's bad. Like lots of weeb stuff to discuss. Like were you more an anime girly or like a video game girly?
I feel maybe more of a manga girly.
Ooh.
Because we had bad internet at my rural home.
Okay.
Not high speed. Took a while to load videos.
Okay. Speaking of that, can we just talk about for a minute, like, the weebs now won't understand,
you will not understand waiting for, like, a YouTube video that's only 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, because it's, like, episode
it's like
one,
episode
part
one of 3.
And they're, like, 9 minutes long.
Because Netflix did not have anime yet.
Yep. Like, it was, Crunchyroll was, like, just beginning to be, like, a thing. But
it wasn't really a thing yet until we were older. So, like,
it was, like, starting out.
You just watched fan subs online. Like, either on an illegal site or somebody had ripped it from the illegal site and put it to YouTube back when YouTube was, like, a limit of 11 minutes per video.
Every now and then, like, I would go, there was, like, a big, like, a Chinese mall in, like, Toronto, and I would go there, like, once a year and, like, buy bootleg DVDs of anime and just watch. I mean, like, obviously, did I just admit to committing a crime?
I mean, you didn't commit the crime. The people selling the things did.
I was, like, 12 and desperate, okay?
The bootlegs is the one committing the crime.
Well, because, like, I know you said you were in rural America, didn't have good internet, but, like, for some reason, I guess my parents just didn't understand that the internet, like, was a necessity. So I didn't have internet at home until I was 13.
Ooh,
until I was 13, I had to either go to the library, go to, like, somebody else's house, or I could play The Sims on my Windows 98 with no internet, which I did all the time.
Nice.
And it was really fun. But, you know, like, the non-internet...
Yeah, because, like, when I was in California up until, like, the age of 12, we only had dial-up. And before that, we had AOL. I think
Okay.
from when I was like 5 to like 10, it was AOL and then dial-up. Like, if somebody else was like on the phone, you could not use the internet.
Yeah.
So like, wasn't exactly able to watch anime except for like what was on Cartoon Network whenever I would visit my grandma on the weekends.
Yeah.
So like, not really. I did try to watch some of the like more popular anime. Like, I did watch like Naruto because they had a Shippuden like official website.
Ooh, yeah.
But loading those videos took forever, and there were so many ads, so the bandwidth was not having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, of course, Hitalia. Hitalia is the reason why my first ever YouTube like account has my age listed as like 40 something.
Oh my god.
Because it was age restricted.
No!
Because they swore. They used bad words.
Okay, didn't know that, but...
Only in the English dub, though.
Oh.
And even though I was just trying to watch, like, the Japanese subs, but it was, like, all of the episodes were, like, age restricted after Funimation got them or something.
Jeez.
It was so dumb.
Okay.
At least, this is what I remember. It's been 10 years.
Yeah, it might have been a while.
It may have been a while, so, you know. But, like, no. So because of that, I was mainly I would get my mom to buy me copies of Shonen Jump from the, like, grocery store, or whenever we went to the bookstore, I would go and like buy a bunch of manga. So like, I had such a big manga collection before I sold them all in college. Like, I think I had 100 or something volumes of manga.
Okay, because like buying manga there is not cheap.
No, it's like each one's like $10.
Yeah, like I couldn't buy them because it was like $15 a book in
maybe
Canada dollars.
Maybe back then it was like 7 or 8, but it was still pretty like expensive.
Yeah, it was like...
Not like here where it's like a book is like 300 yen.
Yeah, it's like 300-400 yen.
And it's like, wow.
Like, it's getting up there at 500.
Yeah, but it's like, this is easily the price of a meal. Like, not a meal, but like, you know, like a burger.
Yeah.
Or like an onigiri.
Well, like the whole 1 coin lunch, like you can get like something for 500 yen, which is like the equivalent of like, I don't know, still, I mean...
Like $3 in the US, I guess.
Is that what the rate is right now?
It's pretty bad right now. I think.
The yen be
3 or
crashing
4 years. She'd be bad. But no, like, but yeah, so I had so much manga. I had like all of Death Note. I had all of Plus Anima.
You gotta be
awakening. I had all of Fruits Basket.
Okay, yeah.
Who
were you team Kyo or team Yuki?
I was team Kyo, I think. Because I liked that he was a cat.
Okay, see,
I'm a cat lady.
This is where I was, like, really, like, distressed. Because as a cat lady, I was like, I like Yuki, though.
Oh, no. Why?
I don't know.
Because of the rats?
I don't know. Like,
but are you?
Okay, like... spoiler alert, when it was Kyo that got with Toru, I was like, no!
No!
I was like, that was wrong! And then when Yuki's like, I liked you as a mother, I was like, okay, hold on a minute.
This is weird.
If anybody's like shouting spoilers, this came out decades ago.
Just because the anime finally got, like, the manga finally got, like, to the end of the manga, like, adaptation.
Okay, like the new manga, the new anime they made was really good though.
Really nice.
Very beautiful.
But like there was a first anime, and that one only went up to like volume 8 of the manga, and there are 24 volumes. Dang. So like they ended because it was happening while the manga was being written,
which is like always like I know that's like a normal way to do it, but like I need to know.
This is why older anime, especially from the 2000s and like the 90s, there's so much
they just end
filler. Or they just end, and it's like, this feels unfinished.
Filler?
It's because it is unfinished.
Filler? Are we talking about Naruto?
Naruto, also
Bleach?
Dragon Ball Z. Just
my god, yeah.
10 episodes of Goku screaming.
Yeah. No. Like,
powering up while they wait for Toriyama to write something.
Like, I don't blame them, though. I can't believe he passed.
I know.
Ripped to the goat.
Been like, what, a year now or something?
Has it been a year already? I feel like it's only been like half a year.
How long has it
I don't know, but like...
Time moves strangely as you get older.
Yeah, I don't know what year it is or where I am.
Where am I? I'm in Japan. That's all I know.
I don't know.
I'm in Japan in the year of our Lord 2025. Or in the year of our Emperor Reiwa 7.
We're at 7.
We're at 7 now.
It's been 7 years of Reiwa.
It's been 7 years of Reiwa. Hooray! Which, fun fact about the Reiwa announcement, I'm like dumb and didn't look at the kanji properly the first time, and so I thought it was like Reitoko, like...
What?
I thought it was like freezer.
How did you... Because that's not even the right amount of characters. How did you fuck up that badly?
I thought it was just like the Rei of Reizoko. Like, I thought it was like the cold character, and I'm like, wow, it's gonna be cold piece? That's weird.
Oh my god.
And then there was all the weird, like, drama on, like, Japanese-speaking internet and, like, news about the meaning of the, like, name, and I'm like, oh, it's Mayday, Rei? It's like... Order?
Yeah.
Command?
We command you, peace.
Command peace, not
we
frozen
demand...
peace.
No, not frozen peace, which would be like very cold era. Cold era?
Cold
War? Cold world? What am
what
I
are
on?
we doing?
We're
We're good.
We are probably good. Yeah, I remember.
We know language.
Barely. It's a struggle, but
no, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like that was a big thing. I don't know. Like I'm assuming weebs overseas don't really give a shit about like the different do you
guys care about these things?
Like, was that a big thing for you, or was that just for...
I know that like a lot of people overseas maybe are big into the Showa.
Oh, because like
of
retro.
Yeah. But like, are there any like people who like Heisei?
Okay, there has to be because Heisei Gyaru.
Like, or is that just a thing within Japan?
It's gotta be just a... No, it's gotta be like, I think... I keep seeing on TikTok like everybody doing Gyaru makeup, and I'm like,
this is not right. This is the wrong time period.
This is, and like a lot of them even say Heisei Gyaru. I'm like, where did you find that?
Where did you
and I'm
find
like,
it?
oh my god, I don't know. It's just weird because like, look, as a survivor of Heisei Gyaru,
as a former Gyaru,
Heisei Gyaru, oh my god, it's just, I don't know. I feel like I could have gotten so many like TikTok views if I had just kept all of my like old Ageha magazines and like filmed like myself flipping the pages and like just doing all the makeup tutorials and them.
Look at my vintage Gyaru collection.
It was you had to be there, I guess. I don't know.
Be there. If you don't look like you came straight out of what One Last Call, but the Japanese version was a Chakushindenwa or something.
Chakushinari.
Chakushinari, yeah. If you don't look like the main girl from that movie, you're not doing Gyaru right.
One Last Call? One Missed Call?
One Missed Call, yeah. One Missed Call. I don't know,
it's
man.
Chakushinari.
I'm like, I know, but I also don't. This is my problem. I never quite know the proper, like, title of a thing.
You have a concept of an idea.
It's like that one Adventure Time character that's like, I have vague knowledge of many things.
I never watched Adventure Time,
I didn't either. I just know the GIFs from Tumblr, because I was also a Tumblr kid in the 2010s.
Yeah, I remember that. Whew. Do we still use Tumblr? Because, like, in the day, I was, like, Tumbling everything.
Tumblr? Do you guys still use Tumblr? What are y'all using now?
Yeah, like, where are my weebs at?
Where are weebs at? What is
Weeb Nation, where are you?
Where are you?
No, because it's, like, I don't know. It's weird because, like, until I met Catherine, I never had any interactions with, like, other foreigners in Japan. Just, like, by way of, like, work. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to explain, because, like, in my life, it was just, like, it was always, like just
Japanese people around you.
Yeah, just because, like, I don't know, I think the main, like, in Japan, most people, like, that are foreigners probably...
Especially from, like, Western
countries. Are, like, English teachers.
You did not come the ALT route.
Yeah, I didn't know what an ALT was until you told me. I was like, do you mean a BLT? Like, are we talking
you
sandwiches?
Did say that.
No, because, like, I had no idea. What does it even stand for?
Assistant language teacher.
Okay, that. So, like, I was never that because also I'm not a university graduate. I just... like came out of high school.
You went to like a what? You went to like a what? Like a vocational school.
Yeah, I went to fashion school for a year and dropped out because it was super expensive. Mm-hmm. But more on that later. But yeah, like I never I never taught English as a job, so like I never had that background. And then like to come here and meet you and like have like the similar background and similar interests, it was like really interesting to be like, oh, okay, but like I don't know, I'm assuming a lot of the other foreigners here, like, obviously have some form of interest in Japan, but it's like, where do y'all meet each other? Like, is there, like, a Tinder for weebs that want, like, weeb friends? Don't answer that.
No. I cannot
maybe,
answer you.
Maybe, I don't know. Because it's like, I don't know, there's, like, obviously having, like, Japanese friends that have similar interests, like, that's one thing, but, like, just to, like, have come from the weeb culture where it was, like, it wasn't your thing, but, like, you were into it and then you got here and it was very much like I don't know, it's like weird to explain. Maybe if anybody's watching that lives here, they might like get the weird feel of it, like having come in from like an outside perspective and then like, I don't know, acclimated to, I don't know, it's like weird to like think about it in that way, I guess. But like, what was your experience there? Because like, I know you originally started teaching English and you had like you were pretty active in the foreign community. Were there like lots of fellow weebs in your circle, or was it pretty much like a...
Well, when I came in 2018, the yen was not as bad as it is now. It was almost equal to the dollar.
Those were the days.
So a lot of people came, especially from the US. They came because JET was an easy way to make money to pay off your college debt.
JET's like the English teacher program thing, right?
Yeah, it's the most well known, the JET program, the Japan Exchange Teaching Program. E does not mean English; it means exchange. It's a cultural exchange like thing.
Okay.
But most people forget that the E means exchange.
Okay. You forgot.
I did for 5 seconds, but I remembered immediately.
Yeah.
But like in my cohort, it was like 50-50 people like interested in just going to Japan and wanting to be in Japan.
Okay.
And then 50-50 people wanting to be in Japan but wanting to be there for only like 2 years so that they could like pay off their debts. Because another thing is when I came, the US and Japan had a special treaty for members of like the JET program where you didn't have to pay Japanese taxes.
What? No way.
Yeah, you were like exempt from some of the taxes that were there.
Really?
Yeah, so you didn't have to pay, like, I think it was income tax only. I'm pretty sure other taxes, like residence and stuff like that.
Really? Like you didn't have to
pay. Yeah, but like, I think it was the income tax that you didn't have to pay. It was a special deal, and it finished in, I think, like 2019. Mixed bag.
Mixed bag, okay.
I don't know about the, like, numbers now, though. Like, what kind of people come.
I'd be curious to find out, just like how many people are actually like, you know,
like,
into...
too well versed in Japanese mythology. Izanami, Izanagi.
Oh my god.
Hojiki. Kojiki. No. Did you read all the books?
No.
Have you read The Tale of the Heike or The Tale of Genji? You have to analyze them in class.
Okay, The Tale of Genji, what is it, Genji Monogatari?
Yeah, Genji Monogatari.
Like, when I was in high school, I was here for, like, a short, like, exchange in high school, and that's the reading they were doing, so, like, I read a little bit of it, but it was, like, it was very, like,
he's very melodramatic.
Yeah, I don't know, I was like, okay, dude, whatever.
Dude, whatever, stop crying.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, okay, I love reading, and I read all the time, and, like, my favorite things to read are horror, like horror mystery, and like really sappy love shit.
Oh my god.
So like Genji Monogatari really wasn't scratching that itch.
Oh no.
It was very much like, okay, like, yeah, I don't care, bro. So like, I don't know, give me any other book, but like, give me a 600-page doujin about like my favorite coupling and I'll read it in an hour. Give me like...
Give me 600 pages about Idia Shroud and I'll devour it in 10 seconds.
No, actually though, like, okay, so special interest number 1. Let's, so one thing we have been, do we need to start a new episode for this? Because I feel
probably, yeah, I think this should
I feel like this is, okay, hold on, yeah, let's, I think we're going to stop our first episode here. We have so much brain damage from constantly focusing on weeb stuff that we cannot contain it in one.
This is why we're like, let's make a podcast, because we have hours and hours worth of just bullshit we can talk about.
So, like, I guess this was, like, the introduction to our bullshit, and, like, oh my god, I'm lightheaded from laughing at that. I feel like I need a coffee. But, okay, so I think next episode we focus on our super special interest that has been taking up way too much brain space recently, and that is Sir Disney's Twisted Wonderland. And then you can find out how insufferable we really are. Yes. But for now, I think we're gonna have to sign off,
We're
Weeb
gonna have to
Nation.
sign off. Bye. Yeah.
Like, subscribe.
Like, subscribe, follow us.
Follow us on
wherever podcasts are.
I don't know. I think we're gonna
put
throw this on
Spotify.
Yeah, we're probably gonna put this on Spotify, YouTube. We might make some like TikTok highlights if there's anything to be highlighted. I don't know. Maybe we'll make like a pod and stuff. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Where we are will be in the description. So see you around and stay cringe.
Yeah.
Until next time. Bye.